The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Yeah. Man.
Dallas
This
Cowboys.
has been 8 months since we had this.
Actually, we have had this on Fight Song Fridays, Everson. If you would be here for Fight Song Friday, you would have heard this
man.
sometime within the last month.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that, William. I appreciate it.
Ah, yes.
In New Mexico.
The sweet sounds of victory. Yes, Heckma Harrison will invite you into the SWBC podcast studio on a Victory Monday.
Yeah.
And that was a victory like none other on Sunday afternoon at AT&T Stadium. Bill Jones, former Cowboy and Giant, Everson Walls.
Didn't get that Super Bowl.
Heckma Harrison and the star of the show, Mickey Spagnola. Wow. All I got to say is wow.
And damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a D-A-A-Y-U-M. Damn.
You know what? It was
That's
the first,
applicable in this situation, isn't it?
first time in 20 years that the Cowboys hosted the New York Football Giants, that they hosted the New York Football Giants in a non-nationally televised game. And I think there are TV network executives that are ruining the day. They made the decision not to show that game, either at 3:25
Mistakes were made.
or at
The most
7:20.
exciting noon game.
Or they're
in the
getting
history
or
of
they're
the
getting
NFL.
fired. One of the
That's the most exciting noon game in the history of the NFL. Sorry.
Okay, so where do we start on this one?
Oh, my God.
We start in the win column. That's
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah, but where do we start our conversation? That's what I want to know. Come on, man. I mean, I love this game. But, boy, we had to work too hard. Why do we make it so hard on ourselves? Can somebody tell me that? Didn't we bring Eberflus in here so we could kind of, tone things down a little bit?
Because this is America's TV team. It's reality television at its finest.
So it was a setup?
Yeah.
It was a setup. That's what it was. It was a setup.
it was 1 in 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen.
Yeah, what was the probability? Do you see what the probability was with 25 seconds left that the Cowboys are going to win this game?
I'm probably 3%.
Well, 0.03%.
I don't think I've seen a game where the Cowboys won it so many times and lost it so many times and tied it one time and still won the game.
I was tired for them. I did when it went into overtime. Like, oh, dang. Man, we got some more football to play. I was tired for them.
And they were tired, too.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
can see it.
both teams were so tired in overtime that it took 3 possessions, which is such a rarity in a 10-minute overtime.
It never
period.
happens like that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the weird thing to me was just the abysmal first quarter defensively. I thought that was probably as bad as it's
You said
gotten.
what quarter?
First quarter. That first quarter.
And
No, I'm just saying when I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
that
yeah.
first quarter,
Yeah.
it was like, oh my God. I mean, we couldn't have gotten off to a worse start.
Deja
But the
vu?
the Giants.
The guy that got off to the worst start was number
Yes.
55 for the Giants.
Well, I think he had a bad enough Sunday, to have to continue to mention how bad he was.
What happened with this guy, man?
I mean, he imploded. He imploded in front of our eyes. I mean, it's the biggest meltdown in football that anybody's ever witnessed, and it provided us all
as
the
an
laughter
individual,
and entertainment that we needed. But
No, the worst part was Dayball said, "Get him out of here," and they didn't. They let him play another series.
somebody vetoed that though. Somebody must
Their
have
offensive
vetoed
line coach.
Well, I was coming from a tailgate, so I was listening to it, and boy, Brad was killing him. Like
was
this
bad.
guy needs he needs some
bad.
time. He just needs some time.
No, it was bad.
just let him go sit and just take him out of the game and just give him a minute. That's the way Brad.
It was like Chaz Green 10 years later.
But Chaz Green, to his credit, no, I can't even give him credit for that. Never mind. I'm not going to even do that because Chaz Green was just as bad. In that Atlanta game, I guess that's what you're talking about. But that was bad. That first quarter, I was like, man, we are we are blessed and highly favored to only be down by 6 points in this first quarter. It should have been 14-0 in the first quarter, and they traded, and we talked about that last week, about them being able to drive the field but not finish in the red zone, and they did that against us twice, which I thought was, okay, maybe offensively we just need to get on, because offense didn't do themselves any favors either. They came in 3 and out. I mean, it was ugly. But then you started to see, like, I'm going to say halftime. They scored 10 points in the second quarter. But, man, after half, it was like Dak and that offense started to pick up. We talk about Williams, the running back. Look, this is now I'm gonna when I look at this when I look at the stats, I never want to go to a stat sheet where Dak has thrown the ball 52 times.
Yeah. Well, usually they lose.
If he throws the ball 52 times,
he comes out injured.
But at the same time, I got to give it up to Shoddy for continuing to run the ball. It wasn't like it was just air raid. Yeah. He mixed it in. Even in overtime, he still continued to run the ball. So, man, that was a change. And just to see, again, Javonte Williams work. I love the way that him and Miles Sanders worked off of each other.
Man, I loved it. You can't offensively be disappointed in pretty much anything that you saw yesterday. I hate the injury happened to Beebe. Am I right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's something that we're going to have.
He's out for a while.
It's going to be something we have to deal with for a while.
He left in a boot. So.
Yeah, and as soon as we get under center, we fumble a snap.
And by the way, the breaking news on that this morning is that it reportedly looks like a high ankle sprain, 6 to 8 weeks on Cooper Beebe.
I hate high ankle sprains, man.
But when you have to overcome something like that, you got to look at the other side of the ball. I'm sorry.
Everson.
You got to look at the other side of the ball.
I
got to say,
come on.
I have been victimized, especially as a rookie, by a lot of deep passes. But damn, I'm getting mine. I'm going to get mine. You might give me, but I'm getting mine.
Well, they finally got one.
They finally got one, yeah. But when I get
that was like a punt.
I would come away with 2 a night. I'm coming away with, if I'm giving up one, I'm coming away with 2 a night.
Okay.
Especially my rookie year. I mean, every Monday night football, Sunday night football, I'm coming away with 2. You got me, but I'm coming away with 2.
And it was your guy, Donovan Wilson, who finally got to pick.
His guy.
My guy. My guy.
Everson,
you guys remember, that ain't my guy.
So
I'm leaving here with something.
Man, I'm leaving with something.
Can
you toast me like this?
Can you go out there and
right now? I can. Yes. Is that what you're asking me?
No,
you mean
teach
to play?
the safety.
No, to play.
How to play zone.
No, I can play better than I can teach them that. I mean, this guy, all you gotta do is be deep. Never let anyone get deeper than you.
What's
That's
it called?
the job that you have.
Deeper than the
you
deepest?
You have one job, is to stay deeper than everyone else on the field. Why are you backpedaling? I don't know. When Neighbors and Robinson are hauling ass down the field and you're trying to show me that you have a nice backpedal, it's too late for that. The technique is bad. You could see that it was exposed. I coached some kids all summer with this group that I deal with. And we go all around the country, and they lovingly call me the DB Whisperer. Because if nothing else, I will give a kid priorities. Your priority as a defensive back is never get beat deep, period. That's going to change the entire ball game. I don't know what technique they were teaching these guys this week, but everyone needs to understand you have to start when Russell Wilson or any quarterback is throwing like that. Let's all start from the goal line and work our way up. Yeah. Because that's the only way you're going to stop somebody if you don't have the ability, technique-wise, to stay deep.
And by the way, against a quarterback that he has his critics, but there is one thing that everybody in this building and outside this building to a man said about him is that this guy can throw the deep ball.
Yeah.
How old are those young men that you're training?
High school.
High school
kids.
So high school kids.
Do they listen?
Middle school kids.
That's why they call me the Whisperer, because every kid gets better because they listen. Somebody ain't listening.
Middle school kids, in cover two, hey, as a safety, My responsibility is to be deeper than the deepest. And even if I give up something underneath, it's okay. I can live with that because I was deeper than the deepest. That's what. And a lot of people today are questioning Eberflus and the scheme and saying, "Oh, these guys just don't understand, zone." And to me, it's like, man, you've been playing zone your whole
life. You need a
life.
coach to tell you to understand zone. I mean, you learned that in high school and college. Now you don't know zone. All of a sudden, when you get to the pros, and this man is toasting us up and down the field. Let's just temper things a little bit. It's also situational football.
Yeah.
This is just situational football as well. We knew what position we were in. There are certain things that are cardinal sins, right? Don't do this when this happens. All we got to do is stop him from scoring a freaking touchdown, man, in like 30-something seconds. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to talk about field goal, right? We're talking about the touchdown.
There's a 4-point lead.
4-point lead.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
40.
No.
Come
40,
on, man.
40.
Even if you call it technique, trust me, I learned from the Phoenix game. All right? I learned from the Phoenix game with me and Jimmy Johnson. I don't care what they call. If they call for you to be underneath, damn it, don't be underneath. Because we know the situation is if the defensive call is not good enough, you as a player, you better recognize. Forget covering the cloud in cover 2. There's no cloud in cover 2 with 30-something seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
Everyone's deep. It should be a cover 4. That's what it should be. I don't know what they were calling or what they were playing.
What do you think the Giants were playing when they were able to hit Ferguson over the middle at the 50-yard line?
Now, see, if we were talking about giving up a field goal for a tie, that's one thing. But we're talking about a touchdown.
Yep.
You can't give up.
Well, did you see the one where they motioned so I'm looking at the Cowboy defense, looking at their offense. They motioned a receiver to the left, and Diggs is standing there going like this, like we're outmanned. They got 3 over here.
Yeah.
There's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
We need some help.
Timeout.
And then they took the guy in the slot. He was covered.
Yeah.
Diggs' guy, he just let him run right by him.
Yeah.
Just run right.
Do they
by
know
him.
have they been taught how to play the defense? It seemed as if as Diggs was running down the field, he's got his hands out like, what are we doing? Or
Yeah.
Somebody else's responsibility. The safety
and
was supposed
he
to be
wasn't
over
demonstrative at all now. Like most people are when they try to call somebody out. He seemed to be totally confused on how to play the defense.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown.
Yes.
The
Yes.
32-yarder. And before snap, you could see Hooker comes over to the slot.
Right.
And he's looking back toward, there was confusion. He's looking back toward Donovan Wilson, who's the deep safety. And on that play, then Hooker ran with the slot on the wheel. And so now it's Diggs and it's Donovan Wilson, and then Wan'Dale Robinson just runs up
And
the
he
seam.
didn't get around.
You know what we learned in Phoenix? You can't have 2 safeties covering 4 nines. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have 2 safeties covering 4 nines. Unless you get your depth, that's the only way you're going to have a chance to do it. There's also something that the Houston Oilers learned on the comeback with Buffalo Bills. You can't go 3 deep as well with 4 nines. The safety in the middle is always going to be under duress. You understand? Now, they ran the wheel route to put the cornerback under duress because now he's having to play between 2 receivers that have just crossed each other.
Which is what happened.
Yet are still going nines.
Right.
You got to play cover 4. You got to play cover 4. They're going all nines. You're putting your DBs under stress. The reason you're putting them under stress is because, number one, what I learned in New York, you got to put hands on the slot receivers.
No free release.
You cannot have a free release. They're just running down the field untouched. And the timing is there. So now Russ has to do 1, 2, 3, boom. Now, if you touch that receiver and deviate him a bit, now Russ is going 1, 2, 3, up. No, wait, not. You see what I'm saying? The timing isn't there. I know Eberflus knows this. I know he does. That's why he's a good defensive back coach. That's why he's a defensive coordinator. So I don't know what philosophy or technique was missed in regards to this.
Here's the other part of that.
Or busted coverage.
But
That's
here,
what I mean, technique that was
okay,
disregarded.
as we try to figure this out, there's the other part of this situational awareness. It was a 4th and 4 play. Okay, so is it on the defense's mind that they just need 4 yards, and does that confuse anything at all?
No.
we know what they need to win.
Well, yeah, we got to win.
Well, and they're playing, and the Giants are playing to the strength of their quarterback, which we talked about all year. He throws a deep ball better than any
You
quarterback.
can't be naive about that.
Yeah, right.
You see, as you make the defensive calls and as you play out on the field, you can't be. You have to be cognizant of that. It's not just, I called the defense play. I learned that. That ain't what it is. That won't get you any favors. It won't win you any ball games. Sometimes as a team, and we talked about this also last week, you got to know what they're trying to do. That was pretty simple what they were trying to do. They're going all 9s every time. Pretty simple. They didn't hide it. There was no deviation. Every time they got close, I was telling my son, they're on the 50-yard line. They're going to go deep. Because what NFL teams do, when you're on the 50-yard line, you're going to try it. You might as well. You're already in score position.
Halfway.
That's the cardinal rule for NFL football.
It's like playing street football. Run as fast as you can to the Chevy down on the corner.
And the DB.
And I'll throw it.
The DB better be sitting in that Chevy waiting on it.
It's like
what I'm saying.
It's like what Greg
Right?
Greg Olson on the Fox broadcast was saying throughout the game about going forward on 4th down. And whenever there was a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 situation, you got 2 plays, like in the red zone.
Yeah.
You got 2 plays to get the first down, because he was referring to the new kickoff situation, and basically, the ball comes out the 35, teams are already in field goal, and the way teams are kicking field goals or whatever. But it's the same situation. You can take it to this. Once you get past midfield, go for the touchdown, because you're already all these kickers can kick it from 50.
But I think everybody knew that Russell was going to go for it. No one questioned that. Even 52 seconds left, and the only thing that down by 4, they need a score. And I'm looking at the front, and I'm like, okay, we're still rushing 5 and 4. I'm thinking, hey, rush 3, drop everybody. As much as you can, because you know what they need.
They're down 4, not down 3.
Exactly. Yeah. So I still at that point, I think everybody's still saying, all right, well, can you get any pressure on the quarterback? And they're going to max protect in a situation like that. And they blocked it up beautifully. And even in that situation, we were talking about last week from Philadelphia, how Jalen Hurts was able to evade pressure, get out of the pocket, and find a receiver down the field. He was doing the same thing. Russell, as much as we talked about him last week, diminishing and all of that, man, he turned the clock all the way back, man, and made some hellacious throws.
When you're 5'9", 10, whatever he is, why don't we rush up the middle? Why aren't we rushing up the middle? Russell, we have the rush is going. They're giving him a pocket, sometimes a small pocket, but a pocket for him to do what he does best, which is throw that damn thing down the field.
Yeah.
Why didn't we send middle pressure?
That's the only way they got the sack.
That's what happened on
Clark, up the middle.
Up the middle.
Yeah.
Why are we giving him that by the design of the defense? Yes, the defensive end, we know he's going to be, but they're giving him a pocket to throw and do what he does best. And he did it over and over again in the 4th quarter.
Even on runs he made, even on the runs.
Even on the run he made. Dak was blessed to be able to get that.
Yes, sir.
But, man, we were supposed to.
But
he's 5'9". You can't, come
Despite all that, they could only score 37 points.
Only.
It took a costly mistake though by Russ at the end in overtime. That was costly.
I don't think that was his fault. You mean the block?
No. Interception.
Yeah, but he was.
But guess who got it to him finally?
Yeah, Clark.
My man Sam Williams.
Oh, that was Sam. Sorry, but I mean that was
He's going to claim that he
won.
I won.
I didn't think that was a fault on Russ. I thought it was just a good play by Sam.
Yeah, to me, I was like, man, you've played a damn near perfect game up until this point. You are slicing and dicing, and that one interception cost him. I mean, in overtime, to say the least, he could have did that during the regular.
We could have done that in the regular.
No, I agree. But then you throw this Hail Mary up. One day I was down there somewhere. I'm just gonna chuck it. But
Well, everything else worked. Why not?
You know what?
Why not?
Here's the worst part. The new guy in the secondary, Reddy, I thought he played well.
27. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't see him bust.
I did not.
It was the guys you were counting on, right? Does this give you pause on Kaiir Elam?
oh, come on, shit, yes.
Well,
Right?
I think
And do you think Diggs is ready to play football?
I don't think Diggs is ready to play. Or if nothing else, he doesn't know the defense.
Yeah.
Or somebody doesn't know the defense.
I
thought with Diggs, seeing him get beat off the line of scrimmage, not the busted play.
but early.
Yeah, the one that's what I'm talking about. When neighbors took him, shook him, and went deep, he didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
He didn't look good at all trying to catch up with him on that.
And it wasn't, I don't think it was from a physical standpoint. I don't think he understood.
No. Well, this was straight up man to man that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing then. He could not. I think that was a physical. The other ones, the zone routes and all of that, the deep routes, that's something that I think that they got to get together between themselves. But when he was trying to, he had them all by himself, man to man. He shook him down. Neighbor shook him down and caught the fade over the top. To me, that looked physical.
Can I say?
That looked physical.
Neighbors is going to do that. Malik Neighbors is going to do that to everybody, not just Trayvon Diggs. He is like apex on his way to being top 5 in the league as far as a wide receiver. And I think the blown coverages was one thing when people evaluate Diggs and they'll have to come back to see how many of those errors it was. On the other side for Kaiir Elam, it just looked at a certain point in the game, like you got to get this guy some help. No matter, you got to get him some help.
They tried to, but his help was not good. I mean,
the help got to be better.
Or it wasn't there.
Yeah, he's backpedaling, and he should be turning and hauling butt and trying to meet this guy at the ball. There's no way Wilson should have been behind Kaiir, and I believe that was Neighbors when he caught the touchdown. There's no way Wilson should have been trailing. He should have been over the top or definitely side to side as they sandwich him in between.
Does it bother you when you're watching football and you see cornerbacks play or safeties play selfish when you know they're supposed to be in their zone and they're guesswork and trying to go pick off a guy and they end up letting the ball go over the top of their head?
They made that point one time. Donovan Wilson should not be jumping tight ends coming down the seams when you got wide receivers on the outside.
He did that.
You're not. I don't know what that's all about.
They also had another one. Schottenheimer was explaining it. They were the linebacker was supposed to carry the guy downfield underneath to make sure the pass was over his head.
It wouldn't have mattered.
And they didn't do it.
It wouldn't have mattered.
But it's a Tampa too.
Because the safety's not there.
The safety's got to be there. He's supposed to help the ball deviate, but the safety still got to be there. They would still nowhere to be found. Linebacker can run with him or not. That won't make a difference.
Drop the ball
unless
in the bucket.
He just covered them.
So,
having said that,
is there anything the Cowboys did right on Sunday? When we come back here on
we'll unbury.
When are the Cowboys ever going to win a game again?
We're going to unbury the lead, by the way.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16. It is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor, If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Mick Shots.
The most action-packed motorsports experience in the world returns to Arlington. Head to AT&T Stadium on Saturday, October 4th for Monster Jam.
Let's go.
Get ready to cheer, scream, and be amazed as massive jam trucks take over Arlington. Tickets are on sale now at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium.
Yes. I want to talk my 18-year-old into going to that. I used to take him to that when he was a kid. Yeah. Now he's too big
too
for
cool
it.
for that
Yeah, he's
now.
too cool for it. But, man, we used to have a great time at Monster Jam.
Confirmation from Stephen Jones on 105.3 The Fan, a 6 to 8 week timetable for Cooper Beebe's return from Sunday's ankle injury. Quote from Stephen, we're hoping it's on the shorter end of that, but there's probably a pretty good chance that he'll end up on injured reserve. All right, we alluded to our picks from Friday. Everson made his picks, even though he wasn't here on a Fight Song Friday.
And I won.
And Everson says he won, although you did say Javonte Williams would score 2 touchdowns in a 24-10
They got you.
Cowboys
Miles Sanders
win.
got that.
So you were half
Partial.
right on that. Heckma had a Cowboys 26-13 win.
Oof.
Kevontae Turpin with a touchdown. So ding, 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 you get Kevontae Turpin's touchdown.
I did.
Mickey had a 30-17 Cowboys win. Sam Williams with a sack. Are you counting his pressure on the interception to be a sack?
Absolutely.
No.
It turned the game around. It turned the game around. And I was only 30 points off, right?
And
For the other side.
the clear winner for this week was yours truly predicting the Cowboys would score 40 points. I had it, Everson. I had it 40-17.
You had the 7 right.
I had the 40 right.
But you had the CD. You didn't get the CD right.
And CD, I had CD 3 touchdowns. But CD,
No, he balled out.
he did.
So
He did.
nobody picked the lead of the game?
Oh, the kicker.
Thank you.
Yes.
I thought he was off limits since he's now.
We did
Is
say
he
that.
off limits
Yes.
He's now-
Parsons
He's
left.
the
We
new
said that he's
Parsons.
off
You know what he is
Yeah.
at AT&T Stadium in his career now on field goals?
I don't think he's missed maybe 2.
He's missed
one.
Okay.
That's right. He's 49 out of 50. The one that he missed hit the upright against Houston, whatever that was.
That's insane.
I mean,
And from 64.
It's insane.
it was good from 70.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well,
So
you know, when the Cowboys had the ball at the 30, they had it at their own 38 in overtime. I did the math and was thinking, okay,
you
can
didn't.
he make it
No,
from
you didn't.
80? It would have been 80 then.
No, you-
So
Come on, Bill.
So here, when they were setting up for 64, during the pregame warmups, I was watching him, and he made every kick going that direction. And the last one he tries is from 58. From 58, it hit the net almost 3/4 of the way up. Wow. And I'm sitting there going, he's good from 70. Like in this game, if all's equal. So when he gets to 64, I'm going, okay, he's got the distance. Now, do you have the nerve and the concentration to hit a game winner with the clock running out? And he crushed it, right? Yeah. And then you come back again, and it's 46, and it was like a chip shot. That's unbelievable.
They had so much confidence in him that with a timeout with 9 seconds left, they decided we don't really need that much more yardage. We'll just hand it off to Javonte and get 3 more yards.
He fell on the ground.
And he fell down because
did he fall or did he fall
Or did he go down on purpose
that's
like
what
he
I'm
was
wondering.
worried about stopping?
Well, I
the
assume,
clock?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
Does Brandon have a preference on which? I mean, the hash marks are so close together, but
No,
does he have a
no
preference?
doubt, no
So
doubt.
he was getting it to whatever
That
side
spot,
of the
right.
field that Brandon wanted it to be on for his.
But Williams, he could have gone at least another 3 or 4 yards.
Now he did have time on his mind.
He did.
I'm sure.
And I'm
And
sure
you don't want to
that's
get
kinda-
you don't want to get into a situation where you get held up by a
And we've done that.
defender
We've
and
had time issues.
right, where the clock runs out on you.
I mean, have you ever gone on the field 64 yards away, right, and looked at them uprights? All of a sudden, they get going like this.
Yeah.
It gets so narrow, and he just hit it right, both of them.
And I got to tell you, I don't think any of the Cowboys were worried.
No, they were
think any
playing
of them
for
were
it.
worried. I don't think any of
Schottenheimer
them
knew
were.
the line they needed to get, and
Yeah.
it was basically so it was a 70-yarder.
Yeah.
And then for the 46, it was just get close enough and don't leave any time on the clock. And people are shouting his name in the stadium as he's going up to attempt these,
man.
and it's like,
MVP,
hey,
bro.
quiet, let the guy
MVP. I don't think
concentrate.
I don't think any kicker has been depended on as much as he has.
Vinatieri?
But not from that distance.
Not for
Distance.
not.
Yeah.
And I
But I'm
think
saying
to win
plus,
games.
Yeah.
So win games.
So that's why I say that's what makes him stand out. It's the distance. Yes, great kickers we've seen.
Justin Tucker.
Great Justin Tucker. That's where I was headed. He was used kind of in that manner, but they didn't plan on it. He's part of our game plan, you know. He's part of our success in our game plan. We look forward to that. They depend on it. If he misses, then everyone is shocked that he misses. When you have that kind of reputation, that's MVP.
Yes.
I asked
That's MVP.
as Dak was finishing his press conference, he was walking off, and I asked him, I said, do you think defenses will play you guys differently knowing the threat he is from whatever distance?
They better learn.
And he
They
goes,
better learn.
if they're not, they will.
They will. They better learn.
Because they're going to realize
Yeah.
that 60 yards out, this guy's money.
So that imaginary red line that everybody sees on
they
television.
got the 35.
So they'll start playing to the sticks.
back a little bit
It's start playing to the sticks. You're playing to that line.
And tell you what, that bodes well for your offense because now you're
Really?
playing that line. Now we're going over the top.
It's not like it's going to be on the 35 anymore. It's going to be on the 45.
That they can play. They can play it. They can put the cap on there, but we're going to take the cap off.
So, Everson, you're saying that you want to enter Brandon Aubrey's name into the NFL MVP conversation after week 2.
Definitely the Cowboys MVP.
How about the NFL MVP?
The NFL
Has a kicker ever won the NFL MVP award?
I don't know the history that close.
Mark Mosley.
got close.
Mark Mosley for Washington.
guy.
In the 1982 strike-shortened season, made 20 of his 21 field goal attempts, and he was the NFL MVP.
Yeah.
1982.
No way.
That was in the strike-shortened season. Yep. So there you go.
There's a chance. So you're
So
saying
we are
there's a chance.
officially entering Brandon Aubrey into the MVP
like it.
conversation.
So can he be the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week?
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
They don't even wait on
To
tonight's
put him-
game.
No.
They-
right?
But he said take off the special teams and just put him up there.
Player of the week.
Player.
That's right.
Yeah, take off the special teams.
That is amazing. 64 yards used to be, man, there ain't no way in hell you're going to make
Did
it
Justin
kick like this.
Tucker ever get close to MVP?
Oh, no, there's no way. I say that just off
Not
the top of the
in
head,
this
but-
day and age.
And by the way, the game's tonight. There's only one NFC team playing. Tampa Bay plays at Houston tonight, and the late game is the Chargers and the Raiders.
Okay.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say
He's
that
gonna
Brandon
win it.
Aubrey has won the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week award.
Yeah.
So, the other thing about it though, all credit to Brandon Aubrey. But this offense still had to perform
Yes.
to get him in position and come through in the clutch to get him in position for those clutch field goals.
And Dak did it twice.
Yeah.
And can we talk about George Pickens for once?
I was going there.
Can we do that?
I was going
I mean, because I'm for once when you have a team that is everybody seems like we're going to double team CD on the outside, and he still is going to get his. But George Pickens showed you. I mean, even on those plays where the ball went other places, you're looking at 3 running wide open. Force feed this guy. And down in the end zone, on the throw that Dak made away into, come on, man. It's like this guy, his athleticism, body, all the things that he embodied as a wide receiver. Man, you know what?
To me, it's a short. Is it
Randy Moss?
You don't have to go far. You can go out and look at one of these jerseys right out here in front. He reminds me of Dez Bryant.
Dez.
He reminds me of Dez Bryant.
Wow.
I am going to catch this ball. You are not.
No matter
I am going to catch this ball, and you are not.
Well,
I don't care how hard you try.
The touchdown wasn't easy, right? He had no room to spare.
That was a hell of a pass, too.
Right, and the pass was unbelievable.
The DB still looking at it. DB looks back. There goes the ball. But if you see, I think I texted you guys when he was out of bounds. And boy, the Giants, man, they're just out there playing street ball. You're just grabbing people and tugging them. Obvious PIs. And one obvious PI when Pickens was trying to break away from him. And it had nothing to do with the game. But as he leaned back to catch that ball, he caught it. He caught it. And I texted you guys he caught that ball. He was out of bounds, but he knows he's out of bounds. He still makes this great catch, one-handed catch.
I just think that the comp with Dez is one. When I Dez athletically, freak athletically, his length to me and his ability, hands. And when he gets his body, it's like he's posting guys up.
Man.
There's no way you can get to him. You can't get to that ball. His physicality is it's unmatched. And once him and Dak said it in the interview post game, we got to get better. Him and his timing with George Pickens.
Fade routes down in the
Come on, man. Once you hit on that, and you're starting to see it, especially on those pass interferences, because the ball, some of those are late. And if you just drop that thing, he's walking into the end zone on a few of those.
Well, and then the slant.
So did Dak take blame for that? Because he did. He could have thrown some better passes.
He was short on.
Yeah.
But the slants, they can't cover him one-on-one.
They can't.
Schottenheimer said it in training camp. He said if they want to cover him one-on-man, he's open. Mm-hmm. Just assume he's open. And that slant that he took on the run, it's amazing.
I thought one of the bigger plays was CD going up and catching that ball over a double team.
There was a third and 4. Third and 4 from the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
High.
Down 20.
No one's supposed to get that but him.
Okay, this was fourth quarter. Cowboys take over with 12 minutes left, and they're facing basically, unless they convert on this 3rd and 4, it's a 3 and out. And you haven't stopped the Giants all day. And in fact, I think Olsen on the TV broadcast before the snap said, you got to go to CD here. I don't care if he's triple covered. You got to go to your guy. And they did, and exactly played out just what.
The DB was underneath.
You want to see my notes?
He jumped as high as he could.
There's the play. I circled it and put it 2 stars next to that play. This is the play
Perfect pass
of the game.
Perfect catch. They were in unison. He knew where it was going to be.
He just said that was the play of the game. Little did he know. And we
at
all
that
thought
point.
it was the play of the game
At that point.
Little did we know there were 8 more plays.
Right.
Cowboys,
a little bitty kicker going to come out.
Cowboys went up 27-23 with 6:14 to go.
We got him. We got him where we want him.
That was another case where I said the Cowboys won the game about 3 times. That was one of them.
And by the way, right after that, then they went to CD again for 23. And that drive culminated in the Miles Sanders touchdown,
which was a pretty sweet run.
Yeah, he made up for the fumble in the red zone.
It was only 4 yards.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Williams touchdown run, 30 yards. Mm-hmm. It's the longest touchdown run by a Cowboy since the 2022 season.
Tony Pollard
went 30 yards against Indianapolis.
That was okay.
Yeah. That was the longest touchdown run. He had 2 more that year, 54, I think it was, and 57. But since then, they hadn't had a 30-yard touchdown run since Pollard. Think about that.
And I was looking at that offensive line, just the youth that I saw on that offensive line. I remember talking to my son. I said, man, these guys here, they are young, but they are good. And as soon as I said that, that's when the touchdown came.
And then Beebe gets hurt, and now Brock Hoffman, it's your show, big boy.
We'll be okay.
Okay, and the show continues in a moment. It's already 12:39. We got so much more to talk about here on Mick Shots on a Victory Monday.
Look, school is starting, and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Are you a Cowboys super fan?
Yes.
The search is on for the 2025 Fan of the Year presented by Captain Morgan. Now through September 29th, nominate extraordinary NFL fans, dynamic duos, and game changers who rep the Cowboys with pride and turn every game day into an unforgettable adventure. You could be sent to Super Bowl 60. Enter to win at NFL.com/Fan of the Year today.
Other injury news around the league on this day after Monday, with the Cowboys headed to Chicago to play the Bears this week. The Bears Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Johnson out indefinitely with a groin injury. Johnson had missed their opener and played 20 snaps yesterday in what was a 52-21 loss to the Detroit Lions as Dan Campbell's team got back on track.
That does not make me feel better because we will play down to our competition quickly.
Well, somebody said the Bears are 4.5-point favorites.
I believe it.
I don't know what the line is, but I heard that they are favorites.
I believe it.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll take that on them for Monday.
Final couple of minutes here of Mick Shots, and we're going to call this segment, and we'll probably do this every day, What's on Mickey's legal pad?
A lot of circles, a lot of different colors on there, a lot of black and blue.
Hey, how about this one? So Aubrey hit 4 field goals, a total of 205 yards of field goals.
Pretty good.
What do you think about that? Think that's a record?
It's not bad.
Who can do the quick math on that?
64, 46, 51.
That's an average of 51.25 yards a field goal.
Yeah.
That's the Oklahoma math. Quick.
Go. Hey, when you're putting half 100 on people, you know how to get to half 100.
Uh-oh. Oh, you?
I thought they only had 42.
I'm talking about that was a call out to Switzer.
I know.
The great days.
'Cause
back when we used to win national championships.
Missouri put a half 100 on them.
On Savannah State,
Louisiana.
All right, what else is on your legal pad? That was good. You look good.
That was
Little
good.
nugget right there.
Got that.
Okay.
I gave you the Williams one.
Okay. If you're too slow, we're going to go to Heckma's computer. What's on his computer?
What you got?
I got linebackers playing better. That ain't wasn't even in the computer, but my man Murray, we talked about him.
Speaking of Oklahoma.
Don't set him up.
But linebackers play better. I mean, I think you got to be better in coverage, as you were just talking about before. But after the Philly game, that was what you were asking. Sanborn and Murray played a hell of a lot better in this game.
I was disappointed in the D-line, obviously.
Really?
They stopped the run.
But you want that pressure up the middle.
You got to have it. I'm just surprised that the coaches didn't send pressure up the middle at all. You got a short quarterback. It's the thing to do. It's just what you do. These are things that's coaching.
So do you want to blitz?
No. You could blitz if you wanted to.
But you want your defensive tackles.
I want them to understand what he's trying to do as he backs up into that pocket. Just like Jalen Hurts is waiting on you to give him a crevice, so is a quarterback like Russell Wilson. Not necessarily to run, but just give himself a chance. They just open. It's like Moses dividing the Red Sea. They're just opening it up for him, and he has a clear view down the field. Every deep pass that he throws.
Well, I got one guy on that defensive line that deserves a shout out, and that's Solomon Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
He had like
seven tackles.
And how many reps?
27 snaps, I think, something like that.
He had more than that.
Did he?
Hang on.
But, I mean, I don't know if he had that. I mean, he was clutch. He was clutch. He stopped the run, and he was a part of it.
28 snaps, Bill.
Right.
There you go. But that's a damn good job. I mean, if you're going to call somebody out and say they did a good job. Yeah. And also, Clark, man, he's still coming along.
Yeah.
You're starting to see, look, he may not be that guy that's just going to blow things up and but he is a
Couple
plugger.
Times he did.
He does. I mean, he flashes. He flashes. And that's what
46 snaps.
That's what we needed. I mean, Mozzie was inactive for a second week, and I'm just saying, there's something different happening with this defensive line.
I can't believe Mickey didn't bring this up on his legal pad, but there is one other thing. There is one other thing that we need to close out the show with. There was some news that was made after the game yesterday. Right. Yes. Jadeveon Clowney is going to be a Dallas Cowboy.
What time was that call made?
Jerry Jones.
Was it about the second quarter?
I know by the end of the game. Jerry announced it. By the end of the game, Jerry we got Clowney.
Where was the call?
What happened?
Probably when they decided to start Jamie Houston at defensive end.
He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
He did.
That one series, and then he disappeared, and they didn't hardly play him after that.
Yeah.
He played. How many snaps did he get? He got 15 snaps in the game.
I saw him make
They probably were all on that first drive that went 8 minutes.
He did a good. I thought he did a decent job. I thought he came up and made some good tackles.
He made 2 plays.
2 plays. Yeah.
Out of 15 snaps. I don't know.
Dante Fowler had 28
there was a reason
snaps.
he only got 15 snaps.
Well, I saw one time they were, what was the run up the middle? Right up the middle. And you had everybody running around their blocks. And he was one of those guys, while the defensive end was holding up the edge, he's standing behind the defensive end, and it seemed like he could have folded inside. But he wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
That was everyone screwed up on that particular play.
So it not only Sam Williams has to be better. Our draft pick, Ezaraku, has to be better. Marshawn Nealon has to be better. I think
they didn't
from
play
a pressure
Nealon
standpoint,
for some reason.
Everybody has to be
Nealon
better.
played 27 snaps.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Got to be better.
That's not enough.
One less than Solomon Thomas. Had 1 tackle.
There you go.
There
you go.
Clowney, how quickly can Clowney get up to speed? Zadarius Smith was signed last week by
Philly?
the Eagles. Mm-hmm. He had a half sack in yesterday's game in 20 snaps. How quickly can they get Clowney up to speed?
He got 20 snaps coming next week, Bill. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You look forward to 28 snaps. That goes up. He ratchets that up by 8.
I tell you what, there was a deja vu for me. Us coming out flat at home. It's just something we cannot do this year.
They only got behind 6-0.
Well, to me, I saw 13-3. That's what I saw.
Thanks to 55, they got behind only 6-0.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, that did start off as the weirdest game.
And they shut them out in overtime.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's great.
Shocking.
Yeah.
After giving up 500 yards.
Yeah, because if you
I'm not gonna,
don't shut them out in overtime, it's not a victory Monday.
That much. We can't come out flat like this anymore, offensively or defensively. We got to be a team. We're sleepwalking when we come into certain games that we know we should win. Happens all the time.
Well, we weren't sleepwalking on Monday morning, though, here on Mick Shots, were we? All right? We got so much more to talk about throughout the week. And we will see you again tomorrow at high noon.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!